righty, y'all. We are live as the 23-20-4 Nashville Predators head into Vegas to take on the 23-11-12. Oh, 12th tie Vegas Golden Knights. Of course, the Golden Knights winning out the other night in overtime fashion against the Toronto Maple Leafs, the back-to-back overtime winners on Wednesday and Thursday, and then beating the Sharks 7-2, the Blues 4-2, and the Blue Jackets 5-3. Having a great stretch. Want to get a little cocky, but also don't want to get too comfortable as we head into Olympic break. We'd rather have the win streaks coming a little bit later in the season. As for Nashville, last night 7-3 over the Avalanche in Colorado. Close the window. Preds 10, a little VGK run. It's possible. I mean, Knights are playing well, but the fact that the Predators whooped up on the Avalanche in Colorado, they should, if nothing else, this should be a good game. Let's see, before Colorado going 4-3 in overtime against the Oilers, 3-2 over the Caps, but lost 3-0 to Chicago. That's our last loss, too. That's the last VGK loss, too. 2-1 over the Preds, and then lost 6-2 to the Oilers. So, not sure what to expect. Like Preds in early hit 3. Okay. 3.1. Okay. Honestly, that would be the least surprising outcome for me is Nashville just absolutely whoops ass. I'm assuming Aiden Hill would actually be coming back in, give him the, he had a day rest. He needs to get back into the swing of things. So a little more nervous with Hilly in, but if Schmidt's in, I'd be just a hair more confident. Like I said, the fact that Nashville seems to be scoring, that's the part that might get us. I actually thought against Toronto 3 would win it, but nope, 6-5 in overtime. We'll have to see if our defense shows up. We let at least one goal per game, where everybody, our entire team is on one side of the ice below the dots, and someone goes for a change, crashes in untouched, and scores a goal. So you got to figure, since that's going to happen, we're starting off down 1-0. But yeah, I could definitely see Nashville coming in for the closer. It is actually funny because both of us, the last time we lost it was to Chicago. While we're waiting for this to get going. Bruins over the Blackhawks 3-2, just about to start the third period. First whistle, Kings and the Ducks getting rolling. Oilers and the Canucks about to start as well. Wild and the Sabres in Buffalo, 5-4 in overtime. Minnesota winning. Rangers and the Flyers in Philadelphia. The Rangers took it 6-3. Flames at home against the Islanders win 4-2. Mammoth over the Kraken in Utah 6-3. Another overtime finish. The Canadiens beat the Senators in Ottawa 6-5. The Hurricanes over the Devils 4-1 in New Jersey. In Pittsburgh, they went to a shootout. Columbus taking it away from the home team, 4-3 Blue Jackets. 5-2 Panther final in Washington. And in overtime, the Leafs beat the Jets 4-3. Pretty exciting round. You had a bunch of high-scoring games. 3 go into overtime, 1 shootout. That's not a bad little run. All right, let's see. Forsberg, Yo, Smith, Svechkov, McCarron, Schaefer, Holla, Bunty, Marchessault is in. Riley, Stamkos, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's the same run as yesterday, except Marchie is in taking on the former home team, and it is Akira Schmid versus Noonan. Come in. All right, and we got puck drop. Looks like we may be fortunate to be roughly 20 seconds behind. Not too bad if that is the case. Finally got some new thermal paste on the CPU, so hopefully everything stays together and we don't crash part of the way through. Ooh, gotta make sure I've got stream health up as well. Eichel walking in, goes for the late pass to Stone back door. I wish he would have shot it, but it was a good decision. But the defense was there. He had the wide open look. Eichel right at the blue line, gets it across, but to the wrong guy. He hit Stamkos instead of Riley Smith. So Nashville goes back the other way. Holla versus White Cloud. Nashville coming away with it, but another immediate turnover and a great backhand pass to get Marner out. Hannafin from the red line will dump it in. And Haig is back. Trying to get it up to the high point. A little poke from Marner after some pressure, and Vegas keeps it in the zone. Hannafin crashing the low boards. He'll hit the back glass, go into the high corner. Marner backhands it. Back to Marner across the blue line. Hannafin looking from the low circle, low baseline. He loses it as he goes around the back of the net. Haig recovers in the low corner. Back behind the net, and a falling Predator is able to smack the puck up ahead, but still not out. Winning the stick battles. Eventually, Nashville does clear and gets the puck back behind Schmidt. Korczak back, feeds it to Hutton, trying to go low boards. Gets it to Riley Smith, but it's a turnover. Hard angle shot on the low baseline, stopped by Schmid. Vegas trying to clear, but they can't from the high point. Puck's in the middle of the ice, and it's a bunch of bodies floating around. Nobody can control. Hurdle chases it to the low boards under pressure, but Nashville's going to come away with it. A shot on Schmid, stopped. And back to the midpoint. Another shot goes wide right. Circling the top of the low circle, another shot towards the net, hits a body in front. Low corner back behind the net, and Korczak is able to get it up the high wall, but again, not out. Vegas struggling to clear their own zone. And finally they do. Across the red line and in deep, Kolesar chasing it. As the Noonan plays it, Kolesar will head to the bench all the way back to Schmid. Backhands it to Theodore. And now Bowman is able to get it into neutral to Hurdle, but he'll lose it right across the Nashville blue line. Back the other way, and it is an icing on Nashville. Shots are 1-0 Nashville. Dude, what happened to the Predators coach? Did he get in a car accident or something? His face is... like, he looks like he's a couple of weeks off of getting his face jacked. 3 minutes gone in the first period. Shots are 1-0 Nashville. Battle for the puck off the Nashville zone face-off, and it is sent all the way down behind Schmid for another Predator icing. Get a reset and try again to the left of Noonan. Yes, we know what Bruce Cassidy. That's his name. Dude, it's weird calling him Bruce because that's Butch Cassidy. Face off goes to the point. Shot on net, hits a body out front and goes to the back wall. Battling for it. Lashinsky getting dirty. I love it. Quick shot towards the net, hits a body of the man in front of him. That was Reinhardt's shot getting stopped. White Cloud retreats to his own zone, gets it to Hannafin, who springs Lashinsky up ahead, but little too slow to break free into the Nashville zone. A great back check by Lashinsky, and then a trip. No call. What are we doing, guys? Let me make sure the TV's muted because what are we doing? Barbashev from the high dot turns it over, trying to get the puck to Eichel, who was attacking the net from the center. Theodore from his own zone. Lazon throws it ahead, but it gets tipped back into the Vegas zone, and Theodore makes giveaway Shea, hands it right back to him inside the Vegas zone. That was a good pass. And now Barbashev clearing with Eichel going up the middle. Noonan plays it up the high wall, and a little swat gets the puck clear back into the Vegas zone. Lazon on the low boards from his own blue line works it up. The ice, and Dorofeyev chips it in for Riley Smith to make a play in the corner. Dorofeyev going in to help out. Good pressure, hard along the wall by Perbix. And now Korzak from the high notch, quick shot and a good stop by Annunen. Coming in for a big hit was Dorf. Okay, as big as Dorofeyev could big hit, but it was avoided. Hutton racing in on the low boards, across the blue line, going for the backhand, and it's tipped and lost to the Predators, who head back the other way from the red line and in. But Korzak is back to catch the puck. Just over 5 minutes gone in the first. One shot for each team. That was offsides by a mile as Kolasar gets out in front of Hurdle. And we will be facing off from neutral ice. I know Korzak's not going to be more aggressive on that, but I wish he was a little more aggressive in trying to skate to the puck instead of waiting. He just let too much pressure come. Cross the red line and in. Hurdle playing it in the low corner, battling. Comes up the low wall. Hannafin fights for it, and he keeps it in, gets it back down low. Hurdle's in behind the net, trying to make a move to the middle. Kolasar with a big shot and a good stop by Annunen. Down the low boards from the low point by Hannafin. After a battle with Hurdle, puck comes back the other way. He's got a good sprint and a little bit of a step as Nashville takes the Vegas zone. Getting away with a little bit of a hold there was Hannafin. And then Kolasar just bombed somebody. That was Smith, dude. Number 36 for Nashville just got blasted. Hutton coming in hard, trying to put on a hit of his own. Puck going back the other way. Tossed ahead by Korzak, who goes for a change. Holtz in. Doing a lot more reaching than he is hitting. There you go, Holtzy. As soon as I start talking shit, he goes in with a hard hit. A little bit of chaos through neutral, but Holtz has it in the Nashville zone. Reinhart with a shot gets shut down by Annunen. Lashinsky circling back on the low boards, feeds it down low. Holtz with a quick shot, ends up back on Annunen, who swallows it up to freeze the puck. All right, that is the best this line has looked almost ever. Dude, Smith got... At first, I was like, oh no, Kolasar's going to fight again because he hit him in the head. Nope. That was a torso-to-torso just blast to the ice. That was fantastic. All right, so in the first couple minutes, we're just shy of 7 minutes gone in the first period. No score here. With 13:23 to go in the third, the Bruins in Chicago, 3-2 over the Blackhawks. Still no score. 6 minutes into the Oilers in Vancouver against the Canucks. And we have a goal in LA. Kings visiting the Ducks. Ducks up 1-0. Just over 6 minutes gone in that first period. So what are we seeing so far? A little bit of sloppiness from Vegas through neutral. We're establishing a little bit. We're not really like we're establishing with the goal of being one and done is kind of how I'm seeing it, which I'll take it. We're trying to build enough time to get a shot. If that's all we get, then that's all we get. I like it when we're a little more aggressive at getting pucks towards the net. You know, you get three. That was a much better example just a second ago there with Reinhart walking in and Mashinsky fighting for the puck, get Hannafin keeping the puck in. Six-game win streak, 2.83 goals allowed. I was kind of confused on what was going on here because they're showing the goalie stats, and the like. Here's the goalie's record during the 6-game win streak. They're 6-0-0, and it's like, yeah. I don't think we need to have that record on the board when the title of the graphic is 6-game win streak. Like I'm gonna assume they have no losses and no ties. Eichel out of his own zone. Great pass up to Barbashev. Stone trying to feed back to Barbashev towards the net. Barbie got cut off on the way there. Good defensive play for Nashville to make sure their goaltender did not end up on an island. Uh-oh, Bruins on a power play. Already up 1 in the third. It was 16. Oh, that was a forward, huh? I swear I just saw it. Must have been 76. Now I'm confused. Forsberg going up the high wall. A little sloppy, but it is into the Vegas zone. Puck in the high corner. The Zon battling Theodore for help. And Eichel comes away with it. Barbie on his left. Stone on his right. Barbie into the low corner, trying to work the puck behind the net. It comes up to the low. We're buffering. No. Devils got destroyed. Niners getting beat. Not a good sports day. Bro, I feel the pain, man. But yeah, the Niners are doing everything possible within their ability to completely blow this game. It's been that first half was tough to watch. And then Devils, I actually, where was that? I just looked at that. I just did the scores not that long ago. I already forgot. Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's a rough going, brother. Rough day. I gotta see if I can fast forward just a little here, get back to being caught up. Dude, we'll have to see how Monday goes because I may be in your shoes Monday. I'm not the most worried about playing Buffalo or Philly. However, my Miami Hurricanes playing for the national championship, dude. I've waited 23 years for them to be back in the ship, man. It's like I'm trying not to think about Monday, but I'm thinking about Monday, bro. Dude, great job by Schmid to stay tight. Actually getting some help from his defense in his own crease. Back behind the Vegas net, Theodore trying to put on some pressure. Puck comes to the high point and right back down to that high corner. Smith takes another blast from Kolasar. Kolasar's got it out for number 36. And he just went and got his retaliatory hit on somebody else because he didn't hit Kolasar. Barrett with speed hits the red line and dumps it in. Low corner. Good hit by Lazon. Puck back to the high point. Down the wall. Towards the net. Hits bodies out front. It's loose. Nobody can recover. It goes under the left pad of Schmid, but luckily wide of the net. Reinhart behind his own net. Goes up the high wall to Holtz, but Holtz struggles to get the puck out. Finally, Vegas does. Little bit of chaos is absolutely destroying the Golden Knights right now. Just their transitions are not smooth. When they're smooth, like right here, Stoney, Barbie on his left, he tosses it ahead. That was smooth because it's Mark Stone. If we can get across the shot, and it was gloved by Onanen. Okay, it was a little bit of a short pop fly, but man, when Vegas, at least this game, when Vegas gets through neutral zone, like when they get across the red line smoothly and we're going in, we have a good shot of getting the puck on net. Unfortunately, my brain just stopped. Oh, unfortunately, we're struggling to get across neutral very smooth. Yeah, dude, I'm so, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, you can see that's the, dude, 2003 Antrell roll right there. It's the guy who sat behind Sean Taylor. So yeah, I'm stoked, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, the nerves are definitely going. No matter what, I'm happy the U is where it's at right now. So no matter what, I'm excited. And it's funny, it actually works because there was a time, I don't know if there was a time when college jerseys, like it was very expensive to get a legit one with the name on the back. And if you could get a name on the back, you had to get like game warns and stuff. So there's no name on that one. So I can call it the Antrell Roll jersey, but I could also rock it as the Marty Brown. So I got lucky with the number. Sorry, total sidetrack while we're on commercial break. Dude, that what a pass by Stoney, just knowing where Eichel was. And then Eichel with the dance moves as he cuts up to the net. It was fantastic. But yeah, on like we play Philly on Monday. I will not be here to stream either the Philly game or the championship. I said I've waited 23 years for Miami to be back in the ship. I am going to enjoy watching it with my dad. If this is the last one they're ever in, I'll at least be able to say I got to hang out and watch it with Pops. Just like I've watched every other one that I've been alive for. Oh, loose puck off a skate. Annanen gets, what a level of awareness, diving across the crease to kick it away, bouncing puck on Schmidt, and he will freeze it. But that, I think that was Eichel trying to center the puck to Barbie, and it ends up hitting a Predator skate. And Annanen just drops and kicks perfectly to knock it away. I said, what a level of awareness. Face off to the right of Schmid. Vegas able to get it out, but not for long. Delayed offsides. And we get it out. Okay, brief moment to breathe. Just under 9 minutes to go in the first period. Shots are 7-5 Golden Knights. And I thought the Knights iced it, but Annanen plays it, so Haig passes it down the low boards and is tipped in just across the red line. Haller racing in for it. White Cloud can't find it. Now Stamkos into that low corner to help out. Puck to the high wall, high corner. Up the wall to the blue line. Down to the low dot, but it gets intercepted on the way. Low wall. Quick turn and shoot from Haller. Hits his guy in the face. Puck ends up behind the net. Haller trying to backhand it from the low corner. Great pass out to the middle. Bunting goes high. Stamkos dancing on the high wall, looking for a place to go. Stoney there to put up some defense, and it's a good thing that Yeah, my captain, captain, my captain. My captain, captain has a totally different connotation. Hutton breaking out from behind his own net. Goes high boards just across the line. Colasar gets it taken away, and he's in there fighting for it, but not quite fast enough. Out to Hurdle, who tries to play it ahead, and Hurdle will walk it across the line. Leaves it back on a great pass for Hutton. A shot hits Bowman. Doesn't make it through, and Annanen is able to cover it up. 7:18 to go in the first. Shots are, I don't think they added that one yet, but 7-6. Golden Knights. All right, 7-minute whistle. We're about 18 seconds behind. I'll take it. A shot from the blue line misses everything. The high boards, Hutton pinches down, looking for a place to go with it, just high of the corner. Under pressure, goes all the way across the ice, and it hits something and goes up and out of play. All right, so yeah, we're okay. We're about 20 seconds behind now, give or take. And that's much better than the minute 20 we've been. I said it's been a long time since I actually took the cooler off and replaced the thermal paste. I finally did that today. Like, I was doing Blender stuff, and it actually rendered at the speed it should be, or it should render. Like, oh yeah, that's right. When everything is put together the way it's supposed to be, and you don't have 3-year-old rag dry shitty paste in there, things worked a lot more efficiently. Horzak down low, Hutton trying to play it up the low boards, and he's able to get it out to Reinhart. Haig back behind his own net up the high boards, and it is cleared into neutral. Quick turnaround though, but Reinhart loses it. Lazinski sets it back for Korzak behind his own net. Tries to leave it for Hutton, and it ends up on Schmid. What a fortunate series of events considering how bad it could have been. Back into the Nashville zone. Holtz in the high corner gets it to Reinhart, trying to get it centered. Eventually comes to the low point. Lazon tries to send it down the low boards, and it pops up and out of play. 6:08 to go in the first period. Six 0-1. Tampa 6-0-1. Boston 6-1-0. Utah 7-1-1, and we're 6-1-1. I mean, shit. Couple guys doing pretty good. Face off won by Nashville. Heads right to Annanen, and he will cover it again. There goes the 5:50 whistle. Yeah, okay. Quick shot off the face-off from Barbashev. Misses everybody. Puck ends up going back the other way. A good move, but he loses his skates. That is a rough turn for Nashville. Good thing for us, and then Nashville scores. The score hasn't updated, so I got to assume something's going on. That was Evangelista who went down hard. That was just a terrible pass by Lazon. There it goes. There's the update. All right, face off from the center dot into the Nashville zone. Clear, not cleared. Riley Smith getting a stick on it, but not able to get it under control. Hannafin up ahead to Riley. Gets in and then right back out past Mitch Marner. Preds 11-2-2 and scoring first. That's not good. Dorofeyev with a shot from the top of the high circle. And it's swallowed by Annunen. Yeah, that's a little rough. Little rough. Other scores. Let's check other scores. (5-2) Bruins. It was 3-2 the last we checked, about 13 minutes to go in the period, with 3:37 to go in the period, in the third period. It's 5-2 with the Bruins on a power play. No score with just under 5 minutes left in Oilers and Canucks in Vancouver. And with just about 5 minutes to go in in Anaheim, which is LA, 1-0 Ducks over the Kings. You cry when Bills got eliminated. Like, I know you're being funny, but if I ever cry for a professional football team, I swear to God, dude, all the things that I have to add in Minecraft to, just do it to me. I'm not gonna lie, like, now that Miami's back, I actually have investment in college football, which I've watched. I've never stopped being a Miami Hurricane fan, but it's been hard. It's been very hard the last 20 years. So there may be a little bit of jacked up emotion for the Hurricanes winning, but as for a professional team, holy shit, dude, if I ever cry over, like, that's what makes it hard about college football, because the thing is, like, man, if I ever cried over a bunch of dudes getting paid tens of millions of dollars to play a game, holy shit. Puck through neutral, swatted down by Hanifin, who takes a hard bump on the wall to make a play. And Marner barely stays onside. Dorofeyev down the low boards to collect. And puck comes out front trying to make a move as Marner. Quick shot off the pass to Dorofeyev. Pass got in clean, and Dorofeyev cannot beat Annunen. Right up front, Riley Smith going for the tip off the Marner shot. Now the puck goes back the other way. No icing. Hanifin out of his own zone. Passes it ahead to Smith off the low boards. He goes cross corner. Trying to make a move on it is Dorofeyev. He throws it towards the net. Hurdle gets blasted as that puck comes in. Got a pretty good cross check to me. No call. Damn, Smith is just throwing sticks around. He's already gotten his shit pushed in twice. So he's getting aggressive, and he's going to end up high sticking somebody. There we go. We actually got a penalty. How about that? Vegas headed into the other way. Bowman trying to go down the high boards, but Smith will touch up and send Vegas into the power play. Schaefer to the box for a trip. I didn't realize it was. I can't. Okay. I'm not going to go off on the refereeing crew. Everybody knows how I feel about them. Yeah, good job, NHL producers. That angle showed us exactly what happened. Dude, this is why I laughed so much about the replay. Like, they went to show us the replay from a camera where the penalty is blocked by the boards. And it was like, oh shit, you can't see anything there. Try this one. And then it was from the angle on the other side where it shows exactly what happened. Like, bro, who is producing these games? Puck around to the low boards. Eichel in his spot works up to the blue line across to Marner. Right in the middle is Hurdle. Dorofeyev shot, and Annunen was ready. The loss, but it definitely feels like getting kicked in the nut. Hey, yeah, the cold kick to the stones is definitely not a great feeling. And I said, luckily, the only teams that I like, it's hard for me to care about football these days at all, but being here for the resurgence of the U is something special. And then I got my Knights. So it's, I only have, I have little opportunity to be heavily disappointed. Ooh, good pass back from Michael to Marner. Tip off a Hurdle stick. And stopped by Annunen. How is that? Dude's just wrapped up around his head right there. I don't know what the hell we're waiting for. Marner looking, shoots. And it goes into the low corner. And up and out of the zone. 55 seconds gone on the power play. Eichel cuts through the center, but under pressure. Has to cycle back. Hurdle from the low dots. Eichel in the middle and a glove save. Annunen. 55 seconds on the power play. 2:53 to go in the first. Dude, this is actually, I'm not going to lie, this is nice. I finally got the computer running in a way, at least so far, knock on wood, to where I don't have to use the laptop, and this is great. The original setup is working how it originally should, so now that I thoroughly jinxed myself, dude, we're fourth on the power play, 27.3%. Fighting the Ducks and the Kings. Nice. I'm going to have to take a peek over. I'm going to have to look it up on Twitter. That'll probably be the fastest way to find the replay. Puck all the way back down to Schmid. 15 seconds to go on the power play. 2:05 to go in the first. Through neutral, Lashinsky loses it. And no going on the power play. Couple opportunities, good stops by Annunen. Who fought? Puck behind Annunen. Fighting for it is Lashinsky. He's got some help by Bowman, but they are just getting brutalized down there. Nashville making their way out across the blue line. Forsberg with a shot, saves Schmid. And it ends up and out of play. Let's see. Who the hell are those guys? I'm not going to lie. I looked over, like, I was looking like, all right, who got in a fight? I'm very curious. Jeffrey Trechenvale, which I probably didn't say that right, but I've heard the name, I'm sure, but I have no idea who that is. And Samuel Hillenius. No idea who these guys are. I'll have to look up the fight when we go in intermission. Puck into the Nashville zone from Hurdle to the high dot shot. Puck eventually comes down on the low boards. Forsberg trying to make his way out. 70 seconds to go in the period, and we've got an icing on Nashville. Let's see if we can find the fight real quick on X. Well, Quick shot off the low side, followed up from a quick shot off the high baseline. Haig sacrificing the body. I always liked Nick Haig. He had his moments of disappointment, but I'm a big fan of Nick Haig. Who it was, but they know each other now. Yeah, they did. They introduced each other, that's for sure. Introduced themselves to each other. All right, 30 seconds to go in the period. 3-on-2 break for Nashville. Korczak with a good stick, but an even better one by Hannafin. And now Eichel across the blue line. He leaves it back for Stone. Soft touch to Korczak. I think he expected Theodore to crash a little bit harder. Theodore to Eichel off the low board. Stopped by Annunen. Eichel again trying to go back door to Stoney, and it ends up bouncing around through the middle. A good stick right there to keep it in play. But it is turned back over to Nashville, and that is the end of the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Predators. Let me see if I can find the fight real quick. Nope, nobody's got it up yet. Yeah, I'm going to have to go look for the fight. Nobody's got it up yet. All right, what a good start, though. So far, you got Vegas looking good. Again, when they actually get through neutral, it's a little shaky as we head into neutral. But if we get that first pass to go across the red line, then we're fine. We're gonna enter. We have a better shot at we have better opportunity at getting a shot on net. Starting to throw things towards the net. Our bodies in front have to stop getting their asses kicked, to be honest, because they're getting abused. So the tip opportunities aren't really there as much as they should be, considering how many bodies that we're getting to the top of the crease. Nashville's doing a better job of that, essentially. They're just throwing shit and hoping for the best. So, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And fucking buried one. So our defense actually looks okay. Take a look stat wise. We're about equal on the face off. Each side has 10 giveaways. That's going to kill us. Apparently Nashville's a little bit better at maintaining when they're giving the puck away, but we suck when we give the puck away. So each side has 10 giveaways, and then Nashville has 4 takeaways, and we have 2. Shots are 14-9 in the first period, so we're well on pace for a 30-shot game. Got to keep it up. Again, the opportunities are there. Annanen's playing well. We had a centering pass off a skate that could have easily snuck past him, but he's minding his P's and Q's, man. He's doing well. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't change much. Even our fourth line is being they haven't produced yet, but they're being productive, if that makes sense. So Lashinsky, Holtz, and Reinhardt actually seem to be doing pretty good together. Last game they were shit, so I'm guessing somebody whispered in their ear because big turnaround for those guys. Everything else, I mean, the first line's producing, second line's producing. Who are the silent guys? Because, like I said, you got Lashinsky, Holtz, and Reinhardt doing well down low. Bowman's in there somewhere. I can't figure out where he's entering the shifts because he's just on the ice with everybody. Maybe is it Hurdledorf, Fayev, and Bowman? The lines are just a mess right now, so I don't really know what's going on. It's throwing my ass for a loop. But You guys know the drill. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll mute this guy. We'll get the music going and then see you guys back here after first intermission, slightly abbreviated. Oh, wait, no, I gotta unmute that. That's good there. And I will see y'all in just a few minutes.
Channel 13, Silver State. Vegas Golden Knights, as we honor local teachers with Educate the Realm. We're showcasing teachers making a difference and giving them a big surprise.
2 tickets and $100 gift card to the RC.
Watch Educate the Realm on Las Vegas Market. Sponsored by Silver State Schools Credit Union. Search and visit live and the Golden Knights on this.
They did everything but score in that first period, including more great looks on the power play.
Well, the power play's been a huge strength for them. We talked about it.
Gotta throw that up while I can.
Find the back of the net with the man advantage.
We are back for the second period in Vegas. Nashville up 1-0. Shots are 14-9 in favor of the Golden Knights. Couple of really good opportunities, a few good tips, a few clean shots, but Annunen has been ready. However, I can't be mad. Again, 14 shots in the first period is like, that happens like 6 times a year for the Golden Knights. So down 1-0, can't be mad. Right? Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Welcome back in. So far, oh shit. Hang on. Whoops. Okay. I forgot to mute the TV. Yeah, happy Saturday, brother. Welcome back in. Face off won by the Golden Knights into Nashville territory. Eichel with a couple opportunities real quick up close. Held off. Annunen doing a good job. And then who is that? 76. Is that Holla? I think that is Holla. No. No, Sky. That's what has happened. Right on, brother. I'm actually, I was expecting to be struggling a little bit because I wasn't aware of who was playing for Nashville, but surprisingly enough, we're doing all right. Puck back into neutral. Theodore dumps it from the red line. Puck to the high corner. Barbashev is going to clear it up to the point across the blue line to Lazon, who tips it back to Theodore. Nashville wants the offsides. They're not going to get it. Eichel at the high wall. Shot from the point. Ends up on the backboards. Eichel to the middle. Barbashev with a quick shot. Fought off by Annunen. Yo, what's up, Mercs? How you doing, brother? Less than a minute gone in the first period, in the second period, and Vegas already has 3 shots on net. Sure, everything's still kosher. But how you been, buddy? So I've been so, yeah. Trying to get back in the swing of things because I really want to be here for the Olympics. But I was having a lot of technical difficulties where the streams would just crash out on me. So I finally did some maintenance work on the computer, and so far it's been holding up really well. So hopefully hopefully we can maintain. White Cloud down low in his own zone without a stick. Puck across the blue line. Nashville to the center. Quick turn and shoot. And Riley Smith is able to get the puck clear to neutral. Yeah, definitely, buddy. I plan on having a just kick it and hang out stream sometime between. Ooh, Vegas going the other way, 2-on-1, and the shot goes wide up and out of play. Riley Smith. The old Riley snake bite. not able to get it on target. Well, let's see. Did Annunen make a good save or did he miss? Annunen made a good save. He tried to go blocker side, and no, Annunen got a piece of it. Yeah, I do want to do a stream where you just hang out, and it's going to be between the last game before Olympics and the start of Olympics, sometime in between there, because I just want to look at the rosters and sit and hang out and talk about what to expect. Nashville into the Vegas zone, low dot shot, stopped. Hutton getting in the way of that opportunity. Kolasar takes it out the other way. Hurdle now deep, going against two, and ends up winning the battle. Bowman on the low boards just above the corner with Hurdle to help, and after a quick battle, Nashville's going to go the other way. Schmid sets up Korzak to Bowman. Across the red line, doesn't dump it very far. Kolasar trying to get in there. Everybody has to reset. Bowman on the high wall eventually does get it deep, and Vegas goes for a change. It's fun. I watched it a little passively. I probably would have preferred the Bills to win because Bo Nix ended up breaking his ankle. So now I have no idea what Denver's going to do. Marchessault going across the ice, puck on the high baseline behind the net. Marchessault has it on the low wall. Would have liked Lazinski to come in and hit him, but he decides to play it a little soft. Marchessault gets the pass off, shot from the top of the high circle. Stop by Schmidt, rebound, stop by Schmidt. And Holtz is able to clear it out into neutral. Yeah, that's very unfortunate for him. Apparently it was the second to last play, so he made a good play with a busted ankle. Lazinski in low boards, hits the baseline, but loses it under pressure. And the puck's going to go back the other way. Into the Vegas zone. A short shot hits the skates of Hannafin. Puck ends up behind Schmidt. Reinhardt fighting in the corner for it. Hannafin tries to help. Whitecloud comes away with it. Forsberg puts pressure on him, but Holtz gets it out up to Eichel. On net to Annunen. He's going to play it to the low boards, and Nashville heads back out into the neutral zone. Into Vegas territory, high corner. Hannafin beats Forsberg to the puck. Vegas works it back out to neutral. Eichel into the zone, top of the high circle, resets, carries it across the blue line, goes for the shot, fought off by Annunen. Into the high corner, up the high boards. Eichel didn't realize it was coming for him, but Barbashev gets it to Eichel. All the way to the top of the low circle, shot goes wide. Stoney on the high boards, recovers, looking for a place to go. All the way across to Barbashev, and Annunen swallows up the shot. Great pass by Mark Stone. And took out from, Scott Begg yet another Hattie with 3 assists. That's nasty, dude. That's nasty work. I said that's because you got him the rink to practice in, man. You gave him the tools. He's taking advantage, dude. That's awesome. Oh, Lausanne dumped Marchessault. And so, okay, that should have been a penalty. You're not supposed to go at him from the bench. And then Marchessault misses on the swing. And it looks like we got a high stick penalty. Or was it a puck? 25 games, yes, 35 goals, dude. That's dirty. 5 Hatties. That's nasty, bro. That's awesome. Okay, no, it was just the puck. I mean, I say it was just the puck. Dude caught a hard one right there. Right behind the ear. That definitely hurt. And it was Yossi that got blasted. Puck all the way back. Theodore swings it around as he beats Holla. Kept in the Vegas zone, working the way out is Dorofeyev. He gets the puck to Marner. Brings it back into his own territory. Up the gut, Dorofeyev. Backhand by Riley Smith goes wide. Nashville back through neutral. A good stick. Dorofeyev. He has been working like a dog. Quick turn to shoot towards the net. Ends up hitting the back wall. Comes out front. Feed to Korzak, who shoots and then makes the save. This game already in the base. That, like I said, man, that's good stuff, man. That's how you know he loves the game. Puck up the high boards, and Vegas struggling to keep it in. Kolasar just blasted the shit out of somebody. I am from Vegas. This game is happening about 20 miles that way. That way. Yes, sir. Dude, offensive zone possession time. They're just shy of 5 minutes. We're just over 7 minutes. We should be doing... We need to get something in net. 11-12 here. Yeah, damn, it's late. Face off coming to the left of Annunen. Vegas pulls it off. Cross the blue line, crash into the high baseline. Hannafin sends it back to the top, and a big shot blocked by Nashville. Go Kings. I gotta say, Wink was telling me y'all had a fight earlier. Eichel, after a little battle in his own zone, getting all the way into Nashville territory, gets it to Barbashev to Stone, trying to go back across, and good Nashville stick shuts down that Vegas opportunity. White Cloud from his own blue line. Eventually goes to Hannafin, who sends it forward. Barbashev getting it to Stone in the high corner, up the high wall. Eichel dumps it down. Barbashev will cycle in that high corner. Goes down, but comes back up with the puck. Leaves it for Holtz, who comes crashing in, but ends up on the low boards. Korzak pinching down. Loses it right at the low baseline. Nashville able to clear. Yeah, that's why halftime not able. Yeah. Man, offsides Nashville on a potential break. That had danger. Yost just streaking in. That had danger written all over it. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of games are 7 o'clock. And then like 5 o'clock on Monday. However, I'm making it clear as day. I will not be here on Monday. Again, you can see I've got the Hurricanes jersey up on the wall. I am very proud of the Canes doing what they've done. So I am going to enjoy watching, win or lose, I'm going to enjoy watching the Hurricanes playing a national championship for the first time in 23 years. Yeah, weekends are good for that. But yeah, I was actually saying earlier, Mercs, I got that jersey is 2003 Antro Roll number 6. I can claim it as Marty Brown. I can claim it as Lofton, but that I got that jersey because I loved Antro Roll. Waited 23 years to get a shot at Ohio State in a big bowl game. Got it. Got to the Natty, and now, like I said, no matter what happens, man, I am stoked, and I'm going to enjoy watching it with my dad instead of streaming it. Since that game starts at 4:30 and the night's game starts at 5, I will not be here for that. Well, we'll probably come back Tuesday for whatever game. Again, my money, I hope we win. Yeah, likewise, Brian. But yeah, got to get on Monday right on. Yeah, like now they play at the Hard Rock, but the Orange Bowl was the spot for the U. And I was, my dad was taking me to those games when I was 2. That was a rough game to watch, man. I'm not really a pro football fan at all, but that game was hard to watch. Nashville through neutral. Korzak chasing it into the high corner, trying to get it to Colasar for some help, and he does, but Colasar is losing the battle. Finally, the puck comes down behind Schmidt. Marshall gets there first. Good pressure by Korzak. Korzak has no problem trying to kick. Nobody has a problem with trying to kick the shit out of Marshall. So, and then Marshall just got dumped. No penalty called. I'm actually very surprised there was no penalty called. As Nashville goes back into the Vegas zone. 8 minutes gone in the first period. Shots are 22-11 in favor of the Golden Knights. Korzak clears out from behind Schmid, passes it up to Stone, who takes the high road in to Nashville territory. Barbashev gets in there, puts on some pressure, but Nashville is going to clear. Headed back the other way from the low point. Evangelista tries to set it on the blue line, but it goes back into neutral. Nashville resetting back in on the high wall. Down to the back wall and up the high corner. Eichel takes over, gets it to Stone into Nashville territory of the low corner. Back up the low board, set out to the middle. Eichel with a little touch pass to Korzak. I wish he could have gotten a little bit more wood on that. Do you think we'll win? Well, I always think the Golden Knights are going to win. Always. All the Sun subscribed? Nice, Mercs. That's awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Hopefully I can keep on track a little bit better about being here every day like I was, man. I'm really looking forward to the Olympics. I plan on being here for every game during the Olympic run. Marner battling behind the Nashville net, and he's going to get called for a penalty. And then heading off the ice, Nashville bringing on the extra attacker, 4-on-2 as they enter, but Vegas eventually catches up, touches up. And now it's looking like Mitch Marner is headed to the box. Yeah, Mercs, I'm really excited for it. Like I'm ready to be here for all the games. Like I said, that's why I want to look at the lineups beforehand so I can start getting familiar. Because it's going to wreck my world trying to do play-by-play, because I typically go off of numbers and what jersey they're wearing. So when you start mix-matching teammates, it's going to destroy my brain. Watch your live so much to come up the other day. Watch, nice, right on. So it's not sneaking out and just watch hockey with. Hey, that's awesome, man. Hell yeah. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Right on, Mini Mercs. Welcome in. I said, definitely plan on being here much more often. That silly little thing called life happens from time to time. But now that I've been back, I've been having way too much fun. I got a couple of new effects too that I'm. Oh, wait. That's right. I can do that one. Hang on. Wait. Since Nashville's on the power play. Nice. I forgot which one of my hotkeys I got that set up to. I got another one for when we go on the power play that I forgot about earlier. Well, give it a sec. No, Nashville into the Vegas zone. Shot from the high dot hits Schmidt and goes up and out of play. A lot of stoppages happening, brother. It's like face off and then Vegas will clear down. Dude, not enough players attack glove side just past the ear. I've been preaching about it for 2 years. Puck goes down behind the Vegas net. Riley Smith battling on the low boards. Puck comes free and Vegas able to clear it all the way back to the Nashville goaltender. Nashville out of their own zone. Across the red line into Vegas territory, leaving it on the high wall all the way across. Shot and a glove save. Schmid on Stamkos off the low dot. They left Stamkos all alone, and Schmid watched it go straight into the glove. That was a great job of Kira Schmid. See, I was expecting him to score because we did what we normally do. Our team vacated the middle of the ice, completely shifted to one side, and got backdoored. What do we want to guess right now is going to destroy me. Oh, I'd like to give you some hope, brother, but I think your kid is going to absolutely destroy you in a one-on-one game. You got it. What you got to do is he gets to shoot at like a bean can, and you get to shoot at the whole wall. And that way you got at least a little bit of a chance. Otherwise, you're signing up for your own paddling. 9 minutes to go in the second period. 45 seconds on the Nashville power play from the middle of the blue line down to the low wall. Fed to the high baseline, back across, wide open shot. Evangelista broke his stick as he had a wide open net. Vegas clearing back the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Eichel feeds it to the middle, shot. And it misses the net. Puck on the low boards. Hurdle trying to retreat and kill off some of this penalty time. Holy cow, wide open net after a beautiful play. Oh, and Riley Smith just short of getting the puck for a breakaway opportunity on Annunen. And we are back to full strength hockey with 8:20 to go in the second. What a wild turn of events that could have been. Again, a beautiful power play setup by Nashville leaves Evangelista with a wide open shot, and he broke his stick. Puck in up tight against Schmid, and he is able to cover it up. White Cloud and Marchessault. And Marsh, come on, dude, Marchie. If you're going to try and act tough, don't do it to us. We know you ain't tough. You little gnat. That's... But no, that was nuts, dude. You could see it. Schmid was down, facing to his left because the puck was 5 feet in front of him. Next thing you know, up high across to Evangelista on the low dot. He's got a wide open net, and he snaps his stick in half, face plants onto the ice, throws his stick because he's pissed, and the puck goes into the low corner and around the back of the net. Yeah, we'll see how long that stays that way. Man, I hate that we've been playing, like, we've had some good games lately because I just want us to kick some ass, man. Like, I love it because it's good hockey, but damn it, come on, man. We don't need back-to-back overtimes followed by a game where we can't score. And the opportunities are there. We're just not coming away with it. There, let's do a league check real quick since we're on commercial break. 3-0 Oilers over the Canucks. It was a matter of time. The Canucks are not going to be able to limit the speed. And then the Kings and the Ducks tied 1-1 with 10 minutes to go in the second. Oh, sorry, 7 minutes to go in the second period in Vancouver. Halfway through the game, through the second period, Kings and Ducks tied 1-1. Kempy with the power play goal. Go figure. Tavish with the goal. Go figure. Little Marks 1-0. I'll say give it about 48 seconds. It'll be 7-1 Little Mercs. Vegas hit the next goal. Hey, let's get it, man. You should be back, Wayne. Word. We will see you shortly then, brother. Nashville crossing. Hey, the puck luck just has to be a little more on the Vegas side because we've had some great opportunities. We were blessed with a broken stick a minute ago. Yeah, there it goes. 5-1. That's what I was waiting for. Bad turnover, the offensive zone. Good defense at the front of the net by Ben Hutton. Nashville crashing on the low dot. Marchessault can't get the puck through the bodies. Puck back to the low boards behind the net. Hutton fighting for his life down there. Puck trying to get its way to Colasar. It eventually does. But Bowman loses it before he can clear the zone. Nashville just keeping the puck alive. Eventually turned over to Korzak. Now Hurdle through neutral, hits the red line, gets it ahead, and turned over before we hit the dots. Predators back the other way. Puck on Schmidt from the blue line, and he will freeze it. Puck face-off coming in the Vegas zone. Little 10-3. Yeah, I figured it would take about 7 seconds. I'm surprised you made it about 60. That's genuinely impressive. And I'm trying to, who was I just looking at? 41. Haig. I'm like, I should know who 41 is. I've been calling his name this whole time. It's our boy. It's Nick Haig. Yeah, it's bad look in our defensive zone. Theodore going down as he tries to take the puck off of the face-off. Ends up getting his ass kicked on the low boards and puts the puck on net to Schmidt. Yeah, I'll play it again for a while. Yeah. I get it. Like I have a TV show reference for that, but now I'm blanking on what the show is. Evangelista on the low board, shoved by Eichel, gives up the puck. Stoney breaking out into neutral, gives it to Barbashev. Back up ahead to Mark Stone on the high boards, feeding it down below the net. Eichel trying to get there. He does to Theodore, trying to go back to low boards. And old giveaway Shea hands it over to Evangelista, who puts it back into the Vegas zone on Schmidt. Stone able to clear into the Nashville territory. Eichel, nope, that's Barbashev running his ass off against Haig. Not able to get there in time. Predators back in through neutral. Forsberg on the high boards, trying to feed it to the center. Good defensive play by Theodore. But he got his ass kicked by McCarron. And he didn't like it, so he got up pushing. Dude, McCarron just took his ass to the ice and he went in there physically to the top of the crease, battling for position. And Theodore ended up belly flopping. Damn, man, come on. All right, commercial break. Facing off for a shootout? Okay. 3-0. Which actually, let's see, what's the Vegas game? Like, it actually kind of sucks because this is, kind of do want to come hang out for Monday. But I am way too stoked. So the last... This January, February. So Thursday, February 5th is the last NHL game. So maybe we'll, like, that Saturday. That Friday or that Saturday, we'll hang out and take a deep dive into the Olympic rosters. Forgive me for being one of little faith. See, Lightning broke their 11-game win streak. I did not. Yeah, and I'm looking. Was that today or yesterday? Damn it, phone's being a pain in my ass. Hey, look, man, like I said, buddy, I want to have a little bit of faith in you, Mercs, but it's just not there, my dude. Not against the kiddo. Let's see. I did see that Tampa lost. But man, to St. Louis 3-2 in a shootout. That's oh, there you go. Sorry, I'm sitting here looking at my phone looking for it, but 3-2 in a shootout. That is nuts. That's a hell of a way to go out, especially against St. Louis. But see, that's actually good for Tampa because the last thing you want to do is maintain a great streak right up until about 3 weeks before playoff starts. Bolts fans, so it sucked. Yeah, I definitely get it, Kayla, for sure. I said when we come back to I may end up doing a game on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. Since I am missing Monday, I want to make up for it. But depending on how the Hurricanes do, I may be a little less enthusiastic for the week. Being a Bolts fan, Kaylor, I don't know if you're a Hurricanes fan, but that's what that guy is. And I've waited 23 years for this Monday. I'm very nervous about how it's going to go. Hey, you won one. Nice. Puck dumped in from neutral. Back to Schmid behind his own net. Whitecloud gets it to Hurdle. Up ahead to Bowman. Across the red line, but not through neutral. Again, Vegas transitions just washed out before we hit the red line. Right back the other way. Nashville into the low corner. Hannafin up the low wall to Whitecloud, but immediately turned over and back into the low corner. Smith for Nashville. Back behind the net, looking for a place to go. Good pressure by Whitecloud to force the loose puck. Hurdle gets it up to Bowman. Bowman trying to catch Dorofeyev streaking ahead. He's into the low corner. Excuse me, the low corner. But he turns it over to Smith. Nashville going back the other way. Which, hey, there you go. Korzak from the low corner in in his own territory. Eventually, Vegas is able to get it out. Marner streaking to the low dot. He hits the brakes, cycles back to the point, leaves it off for Riley Smith, who comes back to the blue line. And a rough pass as somebody down in front of the crease went down hard. I think that was Hutton. All our defensemen were down by the net. Eventually, the puck comes all the way back to Schmid. Very dangerous situation. All our defensemen were both our defensemen were below the dot. Nobody cycled back up high to the blue line. All right, Vegas again, trying to get through neutral. Nashville sticks, stopping us at their own blue line and taking the puck back. All the way down to Schmid behind his own net. Korzak turns it over. Quick shot from the high dot. Stopped by Akira Schmid. That was Marchessault taking advantage of another giveaway in the offensive zone. I mean, there's almost nothing to say about it at this point. What the hell, man? Man. Try and go back to our stats real quick. We're winning in the face-off percentage. 16 hits to their 8. Dude, hit 13 giveaways, 6, and they have 6 takeaways. So 19 turnovers that don't need to happen. Try to get ready for bed. Be ready. Yeah, for sure. Mercs, we're here, buddy. 3:20 to go in the second period. Shots are 22-18. I know I called out those 22 shots a long time ago. Vegas has gone a long time without putting one on net. That's quicker in puck control. Yeah, we're you do have to give it to Nashville. They are on top of it with their sticks. They're getting in the middle of passing lanes. The problem is we're definitely making passes that we don't need to make. We're trying to force stuff. Theodore, a low baseline behind the net. Back to Theodore. To the blue line. Shot and score! There we go. See, that's pucks to the net, bodies in front of the net. Alexander Holtz kind of flubs one from the blue line, and the changeup is just enough to throw Annunen off his game. Oh, it hits a Nashville stick right between the dots. Oh, it's coming. Poof. Little pop-up, freezer pop-up. You gotta love it. The way they're looking at it. Nope, never mind. I thought they were looking at it, but we're already facing off. There we go, Kevtron. Let's go. Oh, I do got to do something real quick. Hang on one second. Oh, I'm coming. Yes. Firing at the net. That's exactly. If Tampa Bay, Colorado do. Hey, bodies to the net, pucks to the net. Big shot from Barbashev. Goes off Annunen and ends up sky high. All right. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his second of the season, number 26, Alexander Holtz, with a secondary assist from number 27, Shea Theodore. And a secondary assist from number 23, Cole Reinhardt. And then we get a fight. Egg just grabbing Lazon's collar and punching him 6 times. Yeah, we scored again. And then all hell broke loose. And now everybody goes and celebrates while Lazon's got to pick up his helmet after getting punched in the face. But yeah, we scored again. Theodore from the top of the low circle just nails it right over the blocker side of Annunen. And I mean, dude, Bowman's getting mauled in front of the net. That was bullshit. Who is that? Bunting just had a hard on for Lazon for some reason. Hang on. Let's go. Dude, I am very confused as to like Vegas should be on a power play. Bunting was kicking Bowman's ass. Yeah, Shea Theodore from the top of the low circle buried it. Blocker side. Like high blocker side. Great shot. And then, dude, all hell broke loose. Bunting was mugging the shit out of Bowman. We score. He goes and cross checks the hell out of Bowman. Hurdle reacts, and now Hurdle and Bunting are in the box. It's like there's no way this should be mutual. This should be a power play for the Golden Knights. Yeah, no kidding, dude. That's how me and my dad. That's how my dad and I are. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 7th of the season, number 27, Shea Theodore. With an assist from number 5, Jeremy Lazan. And a secondary assist from number 55, Keegan Colasar. Yay! Yay! No, Marner did not score. Ooh, backhand off of okay, sorry, that got interesting real late. Nashville had a late shot off the back wall that produced a rebound on the other side of the net, but it was fought off. That was dangerous. Real dangerous right there at the end. Oh yeah. 22 seconds of 4-on-4 when we come back. I still don't understand how that was a penalty that earned a 4-on-4. Again, when you look at like just thinking about what happened here, right? Let's go VGK. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're here for, baby. That's what we're here for. But Bunting is wrapped around Bowman's neck, just mogging him in front of the net. Like Theodore had a lane to shoot because Bunting had his back to Theodore with Bowman in a headlock. So that's no penalty. Okay, whatever. We score. Bowman goes to skate to celebrate with his team, and Bunting just cross-checks the living hell out of him. No penalty. So Hurdle's like, yeah, what the hell was that? And goes after Bunting. And they get mutual roughing penalties. Bullshit. And meanwhile, Haig has Lazan by his collar and he's just bouncing him. Lazan's just standing there trying not to take a penalty. Meanwhile, Haig's bouncing his head. No call. So apparently oh, wait. That's right. I got something for that. Wait. There we go. Nah, we put up with the Winnipeg. We put up with the Winnipeg fans. It's okay. Makes it for better conversation. Too many fans of the same team coming in here. That would just dry it out, man. That just kills the conversation. But see, I got that one, and I've got, I want to say it's this one.
Shame.
There it is.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah. So I got a couple of I had a couple of inspirations as I was waiting to get everything as I was waiting to decide what games to come back for. I said very much looking forward to the Olympics. Currently, the equipment manager has the puck because we are in second intermission. So we got about 18 minutes before we come back for the third period. Well, we're already down to about 13 minutes, so not too bad. Take a look at what's going on the other games. It's Saturday. I'm on the wrong day. Everybody's in second intermission right now, so we're pretty much dead on the hockey front at the moment. Yeah, he'll be put in the back of the net any minute. Yay, now we have to hold on. Exactly. Now we get to hurry up and wait. But the Oilers are up on the Canucks in Vancouver 6-0. Damn, dude. Roslovic. Hyman with the power play. Kapanen. Roslovic. Kapanen. Colson. So Kapanen and Roslovic are on Hattie watch for the Oilers right now. Yeah, the Oilers ain't losing this one. Possibility we get lucky with Anaheim beating the Kings. Anaheim has been... I wasn't ready for Anaheim to be what they started to be, and then my dad was warning me about San Jose for a while. And I knew, like, I always listened to him, but I just didn't realize how quick they would get the vibe going together. And you got a couple of old dogs that like to hit and a couple of speed guys that'll kill you. So the Sharks are a little bit dangerous right now. But hopefully the Kings, hopefully the Ducks pull this one out on the Kings. Again, just a real quick look at the games from earlier today. You got the Minnesota Wild over the Sabres in overtime, 5-4 in Buffalo. The Rangers in the Flyers in Philly. Rangers 6-3 in that one. Islanders in Calgary against the Flames. Flames winning it 4-2. Mammoth and the Kraken in Utah, 6-3 Mammoth. In overtime, the Canadiens beat the Senators 6-5 in Ottawa. Hurricanes over the Devils 4-1 in New Jersey. A shootout win for the Blue Jackets over the Penguins. Sorry, Mercs. 4-3 in Pittsburgh. Panthers over the Capitals in Washington 5-2. Maple Leafs with an overtime win over the Jets 4-3. And that was in Winnipeg. Rough. And the Bruins over the Blackhawks 5-2 in Chicago. Dangerous, yeah, 6-3. Yeah, I mean, the Penguins, my son's favorite team. Oh, okay. And since he just kicked your ass, then screw the Penguins. I mean, look at that. Bowman's not even doing anything. And dude is wrapped around his neck. And then Bunting looks like it takes his mouthpiece out, throws it at him, and then goes, oh my God, dude. And Bunting's the same dude that did that bullshit to McNabb. Man, welcome to your son of the team. Congrats. Yeah, right? Is to beat Oilers tomorrow. Gotta look at that. Were there any good games? Oh, see, speaking of the Lightning and the Stars in Dallas tomorrow at 11 a.m. That may be worth hopping on, just making an extra pot of coffee. I do enjoy a Lightning Stars game. Not as much as an Avalanche Stars game or like a Tampa Florida game. But Tampa, Dallas, in Dallas. Ooh. That's going to be a good game, and it's an early game. So 11 a.m. hockey game, 1:30 football game, 5 o'clock football game. I'm gonna call it right now. The Blues are not gonna walk into Edmonton after Edmonton's beating ass like they are right now. They're gonna smack some Blues cheeks. I'm not gonna lie. Senators and the Red Wings could be a good game. They're in Detroit. Probably end up actually watching the football game instead of that one. But the Lightning and the Stars might be a good one to jump on and catch. It's a little early for streaming, but maybe. We'll see. Make it, like I said, make an extra pot of coffee, tune up the guitar, just sit back and watch the game, jam out for a little bit. That actually doesn't sound too bad. That sounds like a pretty enjoyable Sunday, I'm not going to lie. We're going to bang. Oh, okay. Y'all are going to bang for sure. I'm ready for that one. I can't wait. What's on enemies? Dude, I got too much. I ain't got enough time in this world to focus on any enemies. Even in the hockey world, man. I give that what they do has nothing to do with what we do. Nah, hell no, dude. Hey, what other teams do doesn't matter in regards to our team, in regards to the Golden Knights. So I look at every team. Plus, you only play, you're eventually going to have to play somebody from a different conference if you make it to where you want to make it. So you better understand what they're doing, what they're capable of. Dude, Barbashev tried to turn on that shot, but just, again, a good Nashville stick. That's one thing I've got to give to Nashville, especially with this game. Even the first goal we scored on, it came off the shaft. It came off the shaft of a Nashville stick because they're getting in the way of the shooting lanes. They're getting in the way of the passing lanes. They're doing a really good job getting their sticks in the way of the passing lanes. Like, dude, how is that not a... How do you not call Haig on a roughing? Lazon's not even fighting back. Catching up again on the standings. Oh, yeah, well... Like I said, dude, I like hockey too much not to care about everybody else, and especially in our division. What happens in our division has no effect on how we play. We're either going to be at the top or we're going to be shit. That's about it. At least that's the way I feel about it. Taking a quick look to see any updates. Dude, one thing crazy is Bo Nix broke his ankle, and within an hour of it happening, he had his surgery scheduled. Well, of course we're on top. And I do see us staying on top for a while. We're sitting pretty comfortably. Not to be overly confident, but even if we lose a couple of games, I'm not really too worried. 58 points, Oilers at 54. If we swap 1 and 2 with them up until Olympic break, we're fine. That, like, if we're up 4 on them, they'll get to 56. Hopefully we get to 60, but if we don't and we stay at 58 or even tie and get 59, like that's fine. Because we got a couple weeks until, like I said, until Olympic break. You don't want to have your big streak right before the games start getting tight. You want to have your big streak in the couple weeks leading into the playoffs. So we're comfortable again. We're far enough ahead of any wild card battle that I'm not too worried about it. Now, once we get to end of February, or like once we get back from Olympic break, beginning of March, then we got to start really hammering down on what's necessary. But for right now, I'm not too stressed on the standings. A little flip flop would do, we've been on a really good win streak, so a little flip flop would do the ego. My brain keeps stopping. It would do the ego good to get whooped once or twice before the break. Oh, I'm not hoping for it, but probably wouldn't be the worst thing that could happen. Dude, I'm sorry. That dragon is still so sick. Like, I love the castle. The only thing that I wish they would have done differently is there's no way. Like, so, third back, almost. So, the Golden Knights have the pregame show and they have the dragon fly over, and it's like a silhouette of a dragon as the Knights watching it go by. And I feel like they could have done a better job with having the dragon kind of move into position so that the show starts and it starts at the castle and there's no dragon there. And then the fight comes down to the ice and then that all happens. Then the dragon flies over and you see the silhouette of the dragon flying, and then it follows to the castle where now the big fucking kick-ass dragon statue is up on the dragon, or up on the castle. Because the statue's sick. It's red, it's gold, red eyes, blow smoke. It is sick. But they could have done a little better on incorporation, I guess. As sick as it is, they could have done just that little bit better. And I'm absolutely just being a hater. Not even a hater, just nitpicky, because the thing's fucking cool, man. All right, so what are we expecting in the third? We're going to have a lot of... I think we're going to have some bullshit. We're going to have some guys going at it, potentially a cross-check or a boarding coming from Nashville. And I'm not putting it past Lazan or... I'm not putting it past Lazan to maybe Theodore to get pissed and do something as a reaction and end up giving them the power play. It's one of those, definitely, I hope not. But after what just happened with Bunting and Bowman, I sense the bullshit coming. Like, I just have that feeling Bunting's going to do something stupid, or somebody's going to go. Oh, I'm not. I'm almost back. Right. I said it's almost. It should. I thought it was closer than it apparently was. But that's, I was saying almost. We still got 2 minutes left. Oh, no, it just updated. We're actually a little closer than I thought. They're coming back out on the ice now. Every now and then, ice cold water is better than crack. Like, it's I gotta assume that's what meth is like, just being super dehydrated and getting a hit of ice water. Just pump that shit into my veins. Yeah, that glove save on Stamkos was pretty sweet. Dude, Schmidt is the only reason Vegas is winning this game right now. This game should be 6-1. Anybody else in it? If Hart was in net, if Hill was in net, this game's 6-1 or 6-2 Nashville. It's like, yeah, but every now and then ice water isn't what you want, is it? Every now and then it needs to be some room temperature water, especially if you're going to chug. Every now and then you want some cold water, but not freezing. Sometimes you can't get to ice cold water. Maybe you forgot to put the ice tray back. There's different levels to this water game, bro. All right, let's go. Oh. Oh. Let's go. We need Schmidt to stay the brick wall that he's been. We need Lazan to keep his head level and not draw a penalty. I wouldn't mind Haig losing his shit, even though Haig's my boy, but you're not wearing the right jersey these days. Nashville through neutral off the centered off face off 3-on-2 coming up on the side. Schmidt out of position, hugging that corner. I thought the wraparound was coming as Schmidt couldn't find his skate to go post to post. However, Nashville loses the puck. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Predators head out of their own zone across neutral and stopped very shallow into the Vegas zone. Back the other way, under pressure from Barbashev, Nashville loses it. Other Predators there to lend him a hand. Nashville out of their own zone. Stamkos breaking in with speed. Hannafin and Whitecloud get there first. Whitecloud in the high corner up the high wall. Little bump pass reaches Marner. Hannafin with speed through the middle. Leaves it to Dorofeyev on a soft pass that Hannafin keeps doing. Hannafin needs to start passing the puck with a purpose. Good question. What was the reaction among VGK fans when Thompson was traded? I was pissed. I was very unhappy. Bobby Boucher, hey. I would have traded Hill every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Right before everything went down, Aiden Hill had a stretch of 12 games in a row where he let up 3 or more goals per game. In that same time, Thompson played 2 games, let up 2 goals, and actually won those games. It pissed me off so bad. LT's my boy. I hate the Washington Capitals, but I watch it from time to time when he's in goal. I prefer Logan Thompson over Aiden Hill every day of the week. And although I didn't want Aiden Hill to get hurt, I hope he realized that he's replaceable. Good save there by Schmid. Whitecloud not able to get the puck past the blue line. Marner praying as he tries to swat it out to neutral. Marchessault right back in for Nashville on the low boards towards the net. Loose puck in the center, tipped away. Marner with a good stick. Bowman crashing back door. He's not able to stop as he goes into Annunen, but the pass does not connect. Nashville back the other way. Better than Hill, yeah. Logan was your best? Absolutely, Kaylor. 100%. 100%. That's my deal. I've said it more than once. I am very thankful for what Aiden Hill did for the Golden Knights organization. Here's your pink slip. Have a good career. We'll play your video when you come back to see us next time. Yeah, Marner trying to go back door with Bowman crashing. But who is that? Perbix just had Bowman all tied up. 2.5 gone in the third period. Shots at 25-21 in favor of the Golden Knights. Speaking of which, Hurdle breaking in on the high boards. Quick turn and shoot. Hits a skate. Puck ends up in the high corner. Fed up the boards and Nashville makes their way out. Ooh, good little move through neutral, but Nashville loses the puck as Vegas goes for a change. Korzak to Whitey. Oh, no, that's still is on. Up ahead to Barbashev, hits the red line, tries to go center. Stopped in his tracks. Eventually sent in behind Annunen. Nashville going back the other way. Stretch pass. Completely misses everybody, and we have a Nashville icing. For sure, bro. Fewest third period goals allowed. We are second with 39. Colorado's only given up 28. That is nuts. The league average is 50.6. Colorado's given up 28 third period goals this season. That is absolutely nasty. Puck into the high corner of the Nashville zone, off of the face-off. A good play. Keeps the puck inside. Nashville eventually able to get it cleared off the low boards all the way down to Schmid. Theodore there first. Sets up Barbashev to go up the low boards. Pass all the way across. Catches Eichel on the high dot. Stopped by Annunen. Great pass by Barbashev. Streaking Eichel. Not able to get it past the Nashville goaltender into the Vegas zone. Evangelista in the low corner swings it around. Holla and Whitecloud race for it. Whitecloud eventually trying to get it up and out. It's puck stuck at the high dot. And finally, Vegas is able to get it clear. Stamkos wanted 8 and offered afts. Yeah. A lot of the trades that happened over the last, well, basically that happened last year, right before the deadline, really took me by surprise. Last 2 years, a lot of the trades have kind of made a little less sense. The fact that a lot more guys want a lot more money is making a lot of sense lately. Oh, he's better let a player go early to keep around and grow resentment. Yeah. Vegas trying to storm in on Annunen, but Nashville's going to go back the other way. Stretch pass up ahead to the Vegas blue line. Little bit of chaos. Eventually, Nashville's able to get it deep. Gorzak going up the low boards. Riley able to tap it over to Marner. Up ahead to Holtz, who dumps it in and goes for a change. Up the low boards. Riley Smith slows it down. Hutton catches it back behind Annunen. Up to the high boards, and Nashville's going to get it clear. Picked off by Marner just across the blue line into neutral. Dorofeyev on a stretch pass on the low boards inside the Nashville zone. Goes into the low corner for Riley Smith, who tries to set up Marner. Unfortunately, the pass was a little too quick for him. Back the other way behind Schmidt. Theodore able to keep McCarron off the puck, but Nashville keeps it in the zone. A good stop by Schmidt. Not able to glove it, but he knocks it to the low boards. Back to the high point. And Marner's able to step in front of it. Marner and Dorofeyev 2-on-1 going the other way, and Dorofeyev scores! Let's go. Let's go. I gotta do something. 1 sec. Gotta stick. Gotta stick to the ritual. Glory for your Golden Knights with his 20th of the season, number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev, with an assist from number 93, Mitch Marner. Good old Skorofeyev. I love that kid. I was a big fan of Dorofeyev right off the bat, and then he got his first NHL goal because a puck came off a stick, hit him in the nose, and went in the net. And right there, I was like, okay, this is my dude. And he's been getting better and better. And Nashville breaking the other way. Evangelista, there is a delayed penalty on Vegas. Nashville entering the zone. I thought it was touched. It was touched up by White Claw there. But Eichel, I think, is going to the box for a trip. Eichel lost the puck, tried to break back the other way. But what a pass by Mitch Marner to catch Dorofeyev, and Dorofeyev with the right wide open net. I don't know if he's been out there for since a certain he's been in the game. I don't know the last time I've seen him. I haven't duo chains. I haven't been looking out for him, so I don't know the last time he's been in. So I'll try and keep an eye out for him, but he was in the game. I know that much. But I'll have to let you know. Yeah, Pavel Dorofeyev, man, the babyface assassin. First game, Hattie. Had one taken away a couple days ago. Almost had another Hattie. The kid is incredible. And you see the difference when his confidence is high. Because it takes a lot for him to lose confidence, but when he does, that's when you start seeing his slump, and you can track it. And then as soon as he gets a goal, or as soon as he's a part of something goofy, or it's the weirdest thing, all of a sudden you see the uptick. You see him starting to shoot again. You see him getting aggressive towards the net. But he loves the opposite side of Ovechkin, of what got Ovechkin, damn it, 1,000 goals? I already forgot what number he's at. But Ovechkin loves to the right of the goalie, right on the dot. Dorofeyev loves to the left of the goalie, right on the dot. Power play, that's where you find them. If we're controlling the zone, that's where you'll find them. All right, Jack Eichel in the box. What do? He lost the puck. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to argue that one. Face off to the right of Schmid as... Oh, it was a good call, but I'm still playing the thing. Marner taking control in the Nashville zone, down a man, still causing problems. 25 seconds killed off on the power play. Nashville just coming out of their zone. Working up the low boards at the red line. They set it back. Evangelista leaves it back again. Little bump at the blue line puts Marner down. That didn't take much. Nashville in the Vegas zone at the blue line. Top of the low circle. Low dot all the way across. Evangelista couldn't connect as Theodore held up his stick. Puck fed out to the middle of the blue line. Back to the top of the low circle. Forsberg shoots. Hits Lazan right in front of him. Back to the low boards. Fed out across to the middle. Trying to feed the puck to the high dot. And Nashville circling top of the high circle to the baseline. Across. And a good Vegas stick sends the puck back the other way. Down to Annunen. Yossi pacing it down. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Just over 12 minutes to go in the third period. Predators back into the Vegas side. Low corner. Battling for it is Hannafin and White Cloud. White Cloud trying to chase it down with the help of Kolasar. Nashville gets it to the point. Back down the high wall. Top of the high circle. Back to the middle of the blue line. Top dot shot. Schmid making the save. Puck to the high corner. Trying to feed it across. Hannafin with the good block on that pass. to the low point. Across the blue line, Nashville still controlling Marshy at the top of the low circle. Feeds it to the middle. Top circle. Back to even strength. Close backhand. Schmid makes the stop. Puck behind the net. Eichel fighting for it in the corner with fresh legs coming out of the sin bin. With energy. He's breaking across. He beats Marshy. He has Stone. Stone scores! You could see that coming from a mile away. Eichel fighting in that low corner, breaks it free. Stone ends up with the puck. Eichel's already got speed. Marshy goes for the hook. Eichel skates through it. And Bunting tries to go down on a knee to block the pass across the center. Stone catches it wide open on the backside and slams it home. Mark Stone with another goal to extend his streak. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 18th of the season, your captain, number 61, Mark Stone, with an assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. Let's go, baby. I'm telling you, Wink. Brian, I'm saying 4-1 already. Dude, when the Knights are on, a big shot from the low point by Hanifin, tipped by Kolasar, just goes wide of the net. Almost a 5-1 game. Dude, when the Knights play, the Knights play. Dude, we were very sloppy in the first. With our transition from blue line to blue line. Second period, we settled down. We started making better decisions. Still sloppy. We still weren't executing, but it got better. Come into the third period, and everybody's like, all right, we good? We figured this out. We got enough practice. All right, let's foot to ass. Let's go. And man, they just went foot to ass. 10 minutes to go in the third as we hit a commercial break. I got to go get my high five. I will be back in just a moment. Stone Cold Pio, no, it essentially is the Vegas game. Dude, Kaylor, sorry for being gone so long, guys. But yeah, Kaylor, I have said it for years. That's the first Golden Knights jersey that I got is my Mark Stone jersey. That was before he got the C and became the Knights' first captain. He is the MVP in every sense of it. Longest point streak, 11 games. He and I think he has 10 of those 11, he has a goal. Like, it's insane. But Mark Stone, well, you can see it when he got taken, when he was hurt and wasn't on the power play, the power play collapsed. Mark Stone comes back and all of a sudden we're winning games, we're scoring more. Like, he is MVP in every sense of the word. And in my opinion, he's the most underrated defensive. Like, in my opinion, he's the best defensive forward in the game. And he is insanely underrated. Puck dumped in by Dorofeyev. Good pressure. Dude, everybody in Nashville, like, nobody cares about the puck. They're pissed now. Quick shot as, who is that? Lashinsky wraps around the back of the net. Nashville is just straight taking dudes out. They don't give a shit about the game of hockey anymore, which, I mean, if I was getting embarrassed like they are, I probably would be just as pissy. I'm being a hater. But no, we're working. Vegas is looking good. Nashville is starting to look mad, which I'm totally fine with. Dorofeyev's like fun, especially with Blankenberg. That's who that is. First and foremost, if you're going after Pavel Dorofeyev looking to fight, you're a piece of shit. I don't care what that dude, like, Jonathan Marchessault is a little man. However, he's an asshole, so you can kick his ass all day. Pavel Dorofeyev is like the baby face of baby faces. He doesn't flop. He doesn't start shit. Trying to punk him is seriously like a 30-year-old walking onto the playground acting like, oh yeah, dude, I'm the toughest one here. Puck into the Vegas zone. Nashville trying to get it up towards the blue line. Shot misses everybody. Dorofeyev is an angel. I'm pretty sure that's Angle, but no, that's Angel. I am an idiot. He's an angel. I saw the E and the L wrong, dude. Those E's just blinded the shit out of me. Dude, what needs to happen for Vegas to get a power play? Because guys are getting taken down left and fucking right. And they are just it's like, let's see it, because there's another missed call. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Don't remind me. I'll remind myself. I'm going to do it again. If they show this replay and Eichel got tackled and they didn't call it, I'm going to do it. Dude, why are we looking at guys on the bench instead of watching? Like, this is the thing that makes me mad about NHL and their producers and their replay guys. They will have the play-by-play guys talk about something for 30 seconds and not show the replay while they show a guy sitting on the bench. It's like, dude, why don't you show the replay they're talking about? Put Stone on my goal parlays. Then, hey, dude, talking to me. Hyman and Svechnikov crashed, so I still doubled up regardless. Hey, okay. Yeah, it's Svechnikov. Yeah. Oh, and another goal is him looking away. No shit. I'm having a friendly conversation with dudes here, and all of a sudden, fucking bad turnover by Nashville, great recovery by Holtz, and Reinhart buries it. Our fourth line, dude. I like this fourth line. last game they there were a couple of guys playing. I'm like, ooh, okay. I've liked Lashinsky for a long time. I've liked him since first preseason game of last year. Or last season. But that dude, Holtz, Lashinsky, and Reinhart are a deadly trio. Oh, hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. I didn't even get to announce this one. I went to announce this and hang on. Mitch Marner from the high dot. He beats Annunen to make it 6-1. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his second of the season, number 23, Cole Reinhardt, with an assist from number 26, Alexander Holtz, and a secondary assist from number 28, Tanner Lashinsky. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his 12th of the season, number 93, Mitch Marner, with an assist from number 19, Riley Smith. Then Nashville decided they want to start doing some bullshit. So the Golden Knights said, you guys go ahead and do the bullshit. We'll keep playing hockey. Puck fed across to the low corner of the Vegas zone, up to the high boards. Colasar putting a good little hit on. Back down to the low boards. Bowman able to get it up ahead to Hurdle. He's got help. Colasar in front of him. Hannafin can't beat Annunen as he gets the pad down. Almost breaking free again. And a shot from the blue line as Nashville enters the zone. Gets caught by Schmidt. And he hangs on to it. Woof, dude. This is not on the Nashville goaltender. Again, it was a good game. Once it got to 2-1, Nashville decided to get a little pissy. And then once it hit 3-1, Nashville just decided to start taking guys out, tripping people, hanging on to people, tackling guys. And the refs aren't calling it, so of course they're going to keep doing it. The problem is they got more focused on doing that than playing hockey. Like I said, the Golden Knights were not. I hate how neutered the Golden Knights are. However, they have done a very good job at limiting retaliatory penalties. So as much as they're neutered, they have been very smart. So I can't get too mad at them about it. All right, so what games are going on tomorrow? We were talking about I might be here at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's Pacific. So any of you East Coasters, 2 p.m. Tampa Bay in Dallas facing off with the Stars. That's going to be like, I mean, rock 'em, sock 'em. Let's have let's see a little bit of hockey in the middle of our boxing match. Not as bad as Tampa and Florida, but it's going to be worth watching. That's for sure. 5:19 to go in the third period. I'm going to wake up tomorrow not being able to talk, but I don't know if Martinez is still doing the pregame, postgame show, but he's perfect for the postgame show. Alec Martinez will always be one of my favorite Golden Knights. That man, talk about sacrificing your body, dude. Dude got destroyed. His face is pieced together worse than Frankenstein's monster. What is it going to take for you to call a penalty on that? I know we're up 6-1. I get it. However, we're kind of sick of the bullshit. Oh, right up front, he scored! Who was that, Keegan? Commissar. Holy shit. So to be clear, last night, Nashville beat Colorado 7-2. And now they don't like it when it happens to them. Scoring for your Golden Knights with his third of the season. Number 55, Keegan Colasar, with an assist from number 48, Thomas Hurdle, and a secondary assist from number 42, Braden Bowman. Been a long time since I made 7 goal calls in one game. Dude, when the boys are hot, the boys are hot. We ain't going to score a goal for the next 6 games, but we were hot tonight. And it's Nashville, it's the skaters. It's not Annunen, it's the skaters giving it to us. Under 4 minutes to go in the third period. Battle for the puck in neutral on the low boards. Eventually, Nashville comes away with it, dumping it in behind Schmidt up to the low boards. Evangelista makes a good little move to beat Lazon. However, the puck comes away to Theodore, and he'll take the high road out into neutral. Riley Smith, being a nuisance, causes a bouncing puck on Annunen, and we'll have a face-off in the Nashville zone. Good grief. Dude, you want to talk about a team locking in? I'm going to have to save this. I think maybe I can save this game somehow. Because you look at the first period, and it was sloppy, man. Transitions were bad. Passing was bad. And we still had 14 shots on net, so I didn't have too many. I didn't have complaints overall, but it's just our neutral. Our transitions were rough. And, man, we locked the fuck in. This has been fantastic. Another steal. Reinhardt in the Nashville zone. Passes it across top of the high circle. Shot hits something out front and comes to the low boards. Hannafin sends it deep back to the center. And now Nashville is going to take it through neutral back the other way. I drank the Colorado Kool-Aid. VGK will threaten the West. In my opinion, Oilers have no goal. Yeah. Oilers will always be shit as long as they spend a third of their salary on 2 players. No matter how good McDavid and Draisaitl are. Ooh, puck loose, bottom of the low circle. Hurdle dancing with it, trying to get it back to the point, and it's going to make its way out. Nashville able to clear it into the Vegas zone. Smith takes a bump from Korzak. Korzak gets the loose puck, eventually able to get it up and out again. Nashville has zero interest in playing hockey. Barbashev trying to feed it from the top of the low circle, and he gets stopped. Like, the thing with Colorado, like, Wedgwood and Blackwood are good enough goalies. I truly believe that. The biggest thing with Colorado is they're fast as shit. So if you're not fast, you have... Oh, and then we get a trip. Get out of here. You haven't called anything all game, and you're going to call that. Get out of here. But Colorado's fast. So if you're not fast enough to run with them, you're screwed. Because then you have to play physical. But if you play physical, you have to avoid penalties because they'll rip you apart on the power play. So with Colorado, as like, you have to hit them, you have to meet them at the blue line. Hang on. We'll finish this conversation in a second. All right, 1:45 to go in the third. 2-minute power play for a tripping going against Ben Hutton. Yeah, so Colorado, you have to meet them at the blue line at the top of your zone. You can't play the dump and chase game. You have to earn your possessions against Colorado. Otherwise, you're just going to be too tired by the end of the game. That's how they beat you. That's why, like, Dallas can get away with playing with a different. Dallas gets away with a lot of bullshit, so they get away playing physical against Colorado. That's why those usually end up being good games. All right, Nashville we got 55 seconds at the high point. Evangelista carrying it into the low corner, working back up to the blue line. Back to Evangelista on the high wall. Back across the blue line. Shot hits a body out front. And that was Lisinski getting in the way. Puck to the high dot. Nashville still controlling in the Vegas zone. Back to the blue line. Top of the low circle. Back to the blue line. 30 seconds to go. Top of the low circle. Forsberg gets the puck low. Back to Forsberg. He shoots and he scores. And if only that meant something, they'd probably be jumping up and down and celebrating. But like I said, it's just funny. Yesterday, they beat Colorado 7-2. And now it seems they are going to lose 7-2. That's funny to me. Or was it 7-3? It was 7-3. But yeah, I said we're going to score 2 goals. We're going to average 2 goals a game for the next 6 games. But that's all right. We beat the shit out of Haig and Marcia, so count it as a win. And I like those two, just to be clear. But, ooh, Korzak taking hit. That was funny as shit to watch right there. All right, a little bit of extra contact. Don't go cross-checking people. The game's over. Don't go being little bitches. And there go the victory Flamingos on the ice. I got to set up a new win buzzer. I totally forgot to do that. Catch a Bolts body, Colorado, send the pack. Yeah, no one shot the puck. It said, Florida did the same to that. And see, that's the thing. Like I said, if you can get away with if you can be overly physical without getting called for penalties, you will destroy the Avalanche because they are not a physical team. They are just faster than shit. Like even the Oilers can't keep up with Colorado. So like I said, that's where, Panthers and Tampa play good against them. Dallas typically plays good against them. We are 50-50. Because we're fast and physical, and and we typically just get the balance knob wrong. But when we can dial it in, we're pretty good. But like San Jose is going to do good against Colorado now because they got a couple of the senior big boys with a couple of the faster goal scorers. Depending on what Minnesota gets away with, they should have a good games against Colorado. I said I have been out of the loop. I mean, this is only my third game back in a couple of weeks, so I haven't seen how the middle of the season's been going for everybody. But hopefully over the next week or two, I'll get a little bit of an idea. And then, like I said, sometime between the last game before Olympic break and the first game of the Olympics, we're going to hop in here and look at the rosters and we're going to go player by player over the last like 20 games and just hang out for a couple hours and see what everybody's looking like. That'll give me a little bit better idea of what all the teams are doing as well. Like I said, I was up on it. I had everything. I was good. I had everything mapped out. Did fairly well on predictions. And then I just missed too much hockey. So I kind of don't know what's going on at the moment. But man, big win for the Golden Knights right there. Like, rough first period. Again, our whole problem was the transition, our passing. If our passing sucks, we suck. Now to pair that, it's like, however, not every time when we suck like that do we get our goalie standing on his head. Akira Schmid was lights out for this game. It could have easily been the other way around and we're down 7-2. But Akira Schmid playing lights out. Our guys played well in front of him. We played defense, man. We got bodies in front of the net and we didn't just stand there. We jockeyed for position. We were looking for the puck. Our sticks were on the ice instead of being up in the air trying to fucking move around people. Like, we actually got aggressive at the top of our own crease. And then on the other side, we were developing screens. We were getting to the top of their crease. We were throwing pucks to the net. We weren't having pucks hit bodies at the top of the circles. They were hitting them at the bottom of the circles. And then that would drop in a position to create a pass, to create an opportunity. So if you go back 2 years ago to the stuff that I was saying, hey, Wink, thanks for hanging out with me for another great game, buddy. Yeah, if you go back so the start of last year, the biggest things that I say, bodies in front of the net, pucks to the net. Because then you get tips, then you get rebounds, then you get goalies out of position, then you get crazy things happening, like a puck going off of their teammate's skate and doing something silly and going in the net. Almost had one of those to start the game, right? So Vegas just has to, when we do that, we win, we score. So pucks to the net. Hey, have a good night, Wink. So bodies in front of the net, pucks to the net. We dialed in our transitions. Again, working our way through neutral. Nashville is nasty with their sticks. You saw that here because they were disrupting every pass and every shot for the first half of the game. That's why we weren't, we were getting stuff to the net, but it was weak. We were getting we had a couple of decent opportunities, but a lot of stuff that just kind of floated to Annan in there. And so, fuck, my brain just flat out stopped on me. I'm sorry. But as we played through, Nashville got tired. They got a little bit slower. We started to develop the gaps that we needed to avoid Nashville using their sticks. And that's when everything started developing. The passes started stretching and we started going from our dots to their blue line. You saw Eichel go from the low corner all the way. He went low corner, cross angle to the high wall and back by the net. And he beat everybody there. Eichel's fast. He shouldn't be beating you that far down the ice that fast. So we just tired him out and we took advantage, man. Just awesome. Shout out to Annanen. He ended up, his team completely dissolved in front of him. They decided they didn't want to play defense anymore. They didn't want to play hockey anymore. And so it just completely collapsed. That's not even anything to say there. You know what I mean? They felt like going, kick ass on 3, and then they never played hockey again. So, man, big win. Big win. All right. So keep an eye out, guys. If you guys are up tomorrow, if you're West Coasters, it's 11 a.m. If you're not busy, East Coasters, 2 p.m. Tampa and in Dallas against the Stars. Again, not 100%, but I do plan on showing up for that one, since I will not be here Monday for Vegas against Philadelphia. Like I said, they play the same time the national championship is happening. Our boys are in the ship. And so I'm going to enjoy watching it. Watching Miami in a national championship for the first time in 23 years. I'm going to hang out with my dad and do something that I didn't know if I'd be able to do again, which is exactly that. Watch Miami in the ship with Pops. So ever since, like I said, went to the Orange Bowl when I was 2 years old, and he was taking me to Miami games. So really looking forward to Monday. But obviously, I will not be here. I'll probably come back for Tuesday just to enjoy a game, but we'll see. So keep an eye out for tomorrow. If not, I will see you guys in a couple of days. Thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah. Oh, Knights, go. Holy shit. Cheers, fellas. See you later.